give you my next appointment. I was just looking over your file. Yes, my name is Cassie, and I am going to be helping with your Halloween party. Yes. So, thank you so much for choosing Scary Escapes Halloween party planning. We are going to make your Halloween party wonderful. So, why don't we just jump right in? I do have a few questions for you regarding the party, okay? Okay, and then I'm going to go over some options that we offer, and we can make some decisions about your Halloween party. Does that sound okay? Perfect. Alright, so I have all your details here. Could you just verify that your name, phone number, and email is correct? Okay. Do you have a backup phone number by chance? Okay. 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 Let me just write that down. Okay. And this email, is it a good spot to send you maybe questions or updates? Perfect. So, just pull up your file on my computer here. Okay. How's your day going? Good. Excited for the party? Good. Yes, we do love Halloween here, so it's good to hear that you like it as well. So, the questions that I have, pretty basic, just wanting to know what type of party you're looking for. Around, how many guests are you planning on inviting? So it's going to be a decent sized party. Alright, and for the guests, adults, kids, mix of both. So more of an adult party or family friendly, combination of both? Both? Alright. So, that is actually becoming a really common trend. Okay. So, at this party, are you wanting there to be food or some sort of snacks? You wanting it to be more of like a sit-down foods or just kind of grab here and there snacks? That usually works best. I usually recommend that just so people can make their way around the party without having to stop for a long period of time to eat. Right, and what about any alcohol? We do provide bartenders, so that wouldn't be something you would have to look into. We take care of that. Okay. Alright. Perfect. And we can go over the menu options and beverage list in a bit. Alright. So, usually I kind of suggest having separate sections of the party. For example, dancing music area, food area, perhaps a seating area for people to rest their feet or catch up with friends, and then in your case, since you were doing a mix of kids and adults, a children area as well. Alright. Wonderful. I can also go over some great activities we can plan for the kids to keep them occupied. And if you have anyone that would be interested in watching over the munchkins, we can definitely look into them, or of course we can look into the daycare center that we partner with. Yes, and everyone is background checked and thoroughly researched. Entirely up to you. Friends and family can volunteer to watch the little ones, or we can hire and partner with the daycare center. Once again, up to you. And of course, their parents or friends will be at the same party as well. Just a way for there to be adults to run the kids' activities. So, big first thing is location. I have briefly looked over your emails, briefly talked on the phone about some ideas of where you wanted or what your vision was for this party. So I pulled up 3 locations. They're kind of different from each other, so it will give you a little bit of variety. Yes, 3. And budget for the renting space. Okay. So you have a higher budget, so that will be good. These are really reasonable for renting these spaces for a whole evening. It's very reasonable. I made sure of that. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and move my computer and show you some photos of each place and explain a little bit about it so that you can get a feel for it. And of course, we can put an idea of which place you're wanting, and at a later date we can even visit that before it's fully secured and we book it. Okay, so let's just grab these. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this one here, which is great for Halloween, I tell you. Okay. So this spot here is a barn. Yeah, this one right here. As you can see, there's cornfields all around it, and then a lot of open field space as well. Had a couple parties here. It really works out nicely, I believe. The space is the full barn. There is 2 levels, the lower level and the upstairs of the barn, which is very spacious. Works well for kids' activities. It's fully restored inside, so you won't have to worry about any accidents or anything of that nature. The rustic look is just for the exterior. In the past, we've also extended out these doors. They slide open into the field if the weather permits. It is October, so sometimes not so much, but on occasion, if we have a decent evening, it is perfect. You can still hear the music, people dance, or put even chairs or hay bales up there so that people can sit outside. So it really extends the space. What do you think about that one? Yes, decor, we will definitely get into different decor thing we can do for each space. This one obviously already has a spooky feel to it, as it is a little bit out of the way. It will be very quiet out there, which is good for the renters. Not many neighbors to bother with music, so you won't have to worry about anything like that. Exactly. So that one goes for $200. Okay. So the next one I wanted to show you is a little bit more traditional for parties. And it's actually a party hall, okay? So we would definitely make this one look a little bit different for the Halloween theme. It's very bright, used for all different sorts of events. So it's just a lovely party hall here. So we have the lower level, and it also includes the balcony as well. So the food portion would have to be kept through these back doors into the hallway, is where they allowed the food portion. Not really allowed to have the food and drinks further in. I think it's because of the flooring, I believe. But it is allowed upstairs. And there's a staircase right outside these doors, so if people wanted, they could grab their food from the hallway, walk up the stairs to sit and eat, and look over the party. Definitely. So more of a traditional space to have a gathering. That one rents at $175. Okay. Alright. And I had the third one for you. 1 second. Alright, so our last one is a house. It is a Victorian style house. It is very beautiful. The beautiful thing about this is we have the full yards as well as the entire house rents. They have a beautiful space, living area space that's great for the dance floor, as well as the dining area works perfect for the food. And they also have some upper family room sized rooms upstairs that would be great for the children's activities. It's a gorgeous house. It really truly is. Gives off a Halloween feel, I think, with the architecture and the trees, everything like that. That one goes for $250. It is the entire house, so that's why it's a little bit more expensive. So did any of those three catch your eye at all? Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cross that one off the list, and you can just keep in mind those two. And as I said, we can revisit that once it gets a little bit closer. I can make an appointment for us to go visit it, so you can physically see it. And then we can, of course, book it. Wonderful. And the date you said is perfect. Won't have any sort of conflict, I believe, with any of these locations, and it is on hold for us. Perfect. All right, my dear. All right. Okay. So next, I really want to show some decor, or give you a feel of ways that we can decorate your party. There are so many options. You can go scary, you can go silly, you can do a mixture of both, or you can go antique. Anything. It's really up to you what feeling you want your party to have. So for that, I have some items that I'd just like to show you, so you can have a feel for the options. Okay. So let's just go ahead and start with something basic, okay? Scary eyes. Super basic. These, however, glow in the dark It can be placed outside or inside. To add a spooky element to your party. And all of our decorating comes included in this package you've signed up for. It's a rather good deal. You can see we have green, purple, pink, orange, and then purple and green again, along with some stars as well. They're super simple, very sticky, and they stick to almost everything. And they also peel off easy, won't remove any sort of paint, so we won't have to worry about that for the renting place. So there's something simple like that. You have 4 sitting areas. Sometimes some of the things that are already there can be a little bit boring. We have an assortment of pillows we can bring to Halloween it up. For example, we have this purple pillow with spider webs. This comes in all sorts of colors if we end up going with the color scheme. We also have a few other pillows for you with a little bit of a different texture. For example, this has the rhinestone skull. So, as you can see, we have different kinds of pillows. We even have some more fancy antique looking pillows, you could say, that have more of a basic pattern, but they feel vintage, they feel antique, so they feel almost like they would fit into a haunted house. Yes. And we also have this color, or this pillow, in multiple colors. I believe we have one that is, instead of a skull, it's Frankenstein as well. We have a few options for candles. Here we have these two are some of my favorite. We have these black candles with skulls on them. These ones also come in white, as well as gray, orange, and a dark purple. So you can just see those there. With a little bit of sparkle here. We also, which seems to be a favorite, is our bleeding candles. Perhaps you've heard of them. When you light the wick, it starts to bleed, as you can see in this photo. The white candle has the red wax that drips down it, and it looks like the candle is bleeding. So as your party goes on, it will get more gruesome. These ones only come in white, just because the blood really does show better on the white candle. And it really has more of a dramatic effect that way. We do have an assortment of candles, really. We have just little tea lights. We have the jar candles. We have fat candles, small candles, and really pretty much any color you could think of, we have candles in. We also have, if you're not wanting to use a flame, we also have battery operated candles. We have some plug-in candles as well. Just depending on what kind of feel you want for your party. However, we can use lights if you prefer. And I have some for you. We have so many lights as well. These are just little pumpkins. You can kind of see. We just light around your party. We can light walkways, staircases, perhaps the table that the food is on, and so on. So these are little pumpkins. And then the same type, we have little bats. We also have skulls, little witches. It's on a broom. I believe, what is the other one? I believe it's a black bat, but I can't be sure. So those, of course, are just a couple of our options for the lights. We also have strobes. If you're wanting to highlight a specific piece at your party, we have the spotlights as well, black lights, anything of that sort. Yeah. We also have various fog machines as well, if you're interested. Yes, they seem to be very popular, especially on the dance floor. And then if you light the fog with different colored lights, it's very fun for the guests. For these, depending on the setup that we go for, you may want to highlight certain pathways in the house or whichever you choose. And a good way to do that is with noisemakers. That can perhaps give a little scare or just alert people to which way to go. We can do something simple on the doors, like a simple wreath, but you see these are made of bells. This one is more of classic Halloween colors, but it also, we have green and purple as well that can be intermixed depending on what you would like. With the music being loud, sometimes maybe if someone's waiting for the restroom, it's a good place to put this so that when people hear it, they know that the restroom's free. Especially if there's a line. So that's just something simple. Just entirely up to you if that's a way you would want to go. Alright, let's see here. We also have a variety of fall favorites if you want to go more harvest feel to your party. Just grab each of these for you, dear. Alright, so we have here a variety of pumpkin harvest feel things. So we can include odd shaped gourds like this. And these are all weird, real pumpkins and gourds. So perhaps to line a pathway or ever so often on a dining table. It's a good place. Also have these gourds. We have little white pumpkin, little baby one, a more normal pumpkin, And as well as these little ones, we also can supply full-size pumpkins. And if you so wish, we do partner with pumpkin carvers, professional ones. Yes, you can choose whatever you like and they will carve it for you. It's pretty amazing. See? And even a really tiny little pumpkin. So once again, just another option for you. Maybe you don't want to go as scary, you want to go more autumn festival feel. I just have a few more items I'd like to share with you, and then we can move on from the decor. Are you keeping up all right? I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you, and I don't expect you to make every decision right this second. Alright. So let's see, we had that. Horn going along with the pumpkins. We also can do these horn. Once again, it's a very festival feel. And these come in beautiful colors. You can see this one is more of a red tone, but oranges, blacks, yellows. Very beautiful colors. For suspending over the dance floor perhaps, or pathway, as I said, we have different items like this bat. It's very cute. We have multiple of these that would simply hang like so, perhaps above the dance floor. We also have ghosts, witches on brooms, and I believe we even have some stars, perhaps for the children's area. For this would be an example of something we could set on the table, maybe by the food. Some people like to stick it in the food, things of this nature. Or I've even seen this work as candle holder. Just something spooky. And we have different hands with different colored fingernails, as well as separate fingers, separate hands, heads, legs, if you're into the Dexter feel of things. Yes, some of them are wood, like this, and some of them are plastic, depending on what we'd use them for, of course. Alright. Alright, the last bit of brand new. So we just got these in. They can be used as simple decor, or once again they are candles as well. So these are shiny skulls, and I just love them. They're so shiny and beautiful, and they come in vibrant colors instead of dark. So if you want more darker colors, I would probably stick to the other candles because these are very bright. Children do seem to like these because they're so bright, but in the children's area for these candles, we would always put them on the higher shelf, the stable shelf, so nothing gets knocked over or anything of that sort. Another reason why we would have the adult in with the children. I believe we also have a lime green, a magenta, a yellow, and I think that's it. Maybe a bright red, but it's fairly close to the magenta, to be honest. I just think they're adorable. I think I might end up getting some for my house. So how are you feeling with decor? Yes, we have lots of options here. We pride ourselves on having so many options for you. Perfect. So let's just move right along. I just wanted to really give you a demo of what we can offer you for your party for decor. Music. We do partner with DJs as well. So we do have a collection of Halloween hits, Ghostbusters, Monster Mash, things like that. And then, of course, whatever style of music you would prefer to be played at your party, the DJ can take care of. And we also can have them do a nice mix of the Halloween into the regular music. I also suggest having some sound effect music for the entryway or the walkway up to your party. Spooky sounds really gets people in the mood for the Halloween party. Alright. So I believe I'm just going to go over some possible menu and beverage options for you. Is that alright? Perfect. Alright, so I do have a list of specific Halloween drinks that our bartenders specialize in. Of course, they can make other drinks as well. These could just be highlighted for your party as specific Halloween drinks. Yes, it's very fun. So I have a basic name of them and the basic ingredients into that drink so you could kind of get a feel for what it would taste like. I am not a bartender by any means, so I'm not quite sure how you put these drinks together, but I do have the flavors for you. Alright, so first we have Bloody Orange, which is made up of vodka, orange juice, club soda, raspberry syrup, and it is served in a smaller glass with a plastic syringe. Have our smoking shots, which are very popular, which is made up of bourbon, lime juice, a bit of Mountain Dew, and some dry ice for the smoking effect. Dry ice, our bartenders are very careful. You should not touch dry ice with bare skin, as well as you're not going to want to swallow the dry ice. It floats to the bottom of the shot, and then you drink it after the dry ice has melted. But it gives off that smoking effect coming out of the shot glass. It's very, very interesting. It's definitely a party talker. The Black Widow shot is black vodka, cranberry juice with red sugar crystals around the edge, which are very tasty. We have the Liquefied Ghost cocktail, which is vodka, vanilla syrup, cream, and soda. That one kind of reminds me of a milkshake. The Witch's Brew, we have pineapple juice, cranberry juice with 7-Up and Malibu coconut rum. Bloody Brain shot, which includes strawberry vodka, lime juice, as well as a bit of Bailey's Irish cream. And I believe in that one, it comes with a little brain that kind of looks like it's bleeding down into the shot. Alright. We also have a cemetery punch, which is the non-alcoholic, and it includes root beer, gummy worms, vanilla frozen yogurt, chocolate frozen yogurt. Kind of looks like a mud, but it's very delicious for all ages. Along with those more fancy beverages, apple cider is also a very popular one, hot or cold. For kids, we can do hot chocolate as well. Nice little warm treat. We can also have different juices if you prefer, different sodas for people that wouldn't want to be drinking. Yep, any of those options. Perfect. So for food, and any food items that you specifically want to include, please just let me know. These are just some that we suggest from our cooks. So deviled eggs, I'm sure you know what that is. Such a tasty little appetizer. Well, we have the Green Goblin ice, which is essentially a deviled egg. Same recipe, but we add a bit of green food coloring, and the way that it is set up, it looks like a green goblin eye. The pretzels for various dips. For a snack bar, I always recommend dips. People always like to snack on dips. We have pretzels that are in the shape of a witch's broom. As well as some other shapes. Believe we have spider webs and bats. You can always do Halloween themed cookies. The kids love that, of course. Any shapes, colors, flavors. Really, the sky's the limit with cookies. Oh, fruit kebabs are always a great option too, with little faces on each fruit. Just something cute and fun. Veggie trays can be made into different shapes. A popular one is a carrot tray shaped like a pumpkin, with olives as the facial features and perhaps some celery as the stem. Popcorn balls are another good one. It's essentially candied popcorn with bits of candy inside, stuck kind of like a lollipop onto a stick. And then we have mini spiderweb pizzas. They really are fairly small, just little pizzas that have cheese outlined as spider webs. Those usually go very fast. I would recommend ordering more of those because people really find those delicious. And then we have hot dog fingers. Yes. So, of course, any other ideas, please feel free to let us know. Yes, there's some very unique things on there. I tend to really like it. Yes, I've tried all of these. Yes. Alright. Do you have any questions for me? I know I'm kind of overwhelming you right now. No. Okay. Well, you came in enough time. We have plenty of time to plan this. I have everything to make this party successful. Don't worry, you're in good hands. So, the kids. It is always fun to make sure that the little ones have a good time as well. Perhaps while the adults are dancing or socializing, the kids can have games. And we have a couple different games that we suggest. Have you ever heard of the mummy wrap? In teams, the children wrap each other up like mummies using toilet paper. Yes. It's very silly and definitely a good time to take photos. Piñatas are always good for kids as well. Candy, of course. We have a variety of Halloween-shaped piñatas. Pumpkins, of course. What else? A bat, I believe. I also think we have like a full moon with clouds. We have a vampire one as well. The What's in the Bowl game is always super popular with kids. It's essentially have a bowl with a cover, and with a hole just big enough for the kid's hand to go in, and they feel what's in the bowl, and it's always very slimy or gross, and they guess what it is. We use spaghetti for body parts. Peeled grapes make great eyeballs. Yes, and the kids always have fun with that, especially the boys. Bowling for apples is always a classic Halloween game. For a very long time it has been. We also have the pin the wart on the witch. Yes, instead of pin the tail on a donkey, it's the witch this time. And we also offer a variety of coloring books, coloring projects, art projects, and things of that nature for the kids. Yes, they definitely will not be bored. We definitely think about the adults and the children. So, as for the outline and introducing you to everything, that is all I have for you, my dear. Alright. So, I have a packet already printed up for you that shows you everything we went over. I want you to feel free to write on this, mark it up, leave notes, and next time we schedule our next meeting, I will look over it with you and we can really start planning. Yes, I don't expect you to make decisions today. I've overwhelmed your brain enough. I want you to go home, think about it, talk about it with your family and such, and then we'll talk next time about the final decisions, and we will start making the reservations and the ordering. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. The back of this page here has all my contact information. If you do have any sort of questions for me, don't hesitate to shoot me an email or phone call. So, honey, I'm going to go ahead and give you that. Thank you. Is there any other questions you have for me before you head out? Perfect. Well, I think your Halloween party is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to do more planning with you. You have a lovely evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.